CBS News investigative correspondent Julie Watts joins me now from California. Voters there are at the polls for the state's governor's race, as well as Los Angeles mayoral contest and some House races under redrawn maps. Let's begin with the LA mayor's race. Walk us through Spencer Pratt, his campaign, and whether or not that's going to be a viral moment or a viral moment and an electoral moment.
Well, I wish I could tell you for certain. People who thought that Pratt's character on the Hills was entertaining are now riveted by Pratt as a political candidate. His AI campaign ads, they're controversial, they're cinematic, and in many cases, they're free. Major supporters across the country are flooding social media with viral pro-Pratt content. But the real question is, how many of Pratt's fans are actually eligible to vote in LA? Prediction markets have current mayor Karen Bass and Pratt way out ahead, but polling has them neck and neck with city council member Nithya Raman, who was endorsed by Bernie Sanders, which goes a long way in deep blue LA. And, most of the ballots in California have not yet been turned in yet. Remember, we are a mail-in ballot state, so there's still a lot of time and a lot of questions out there.
How about the governor's race?
Oh, how about it? New York, the New Yorker aptly compared it to a lazy Susan cycling through frontrunners. So betting markets have Javier Becerra, Biden's former health secretary, out front, with Fox News commentator Steve Hilton in the second spot. Remember, we're a top two jungle primary, so it could be two Democrats or two Republicans. Recent polls show them both neck and neck, with billionaire climate activist Tom Steyer running as a Democrat. And so Hilton is now warning of a possible top two Democrat runoff. You may remember for a while they were concerned about two Republicans on top. So he is urging people not to vote for Republican Sheriff Chad Bianco, and even President Trump getting into the mix on Truth Social, urging Californians to vote for Hilton today. And then on the Democrat side, a lot of people publicly talking about struggling with the decision between voting their conscience, the person they really want to vote for, and voting for the person they think can win. Katie Porter is racking up editorial board endorsements. A lot of folks are fans of San Jose Matt Mayor's policies, but there really is still that lingering fear of a top two Republican runoff. It spooked a lot of Democrats.
And Julie, tell my audience how California tabulates. It takes a while, so it may be a while before we know 1 and 2 in all these closely watched races.
Yeah. So, under a new California law, it gives counties 13 days to count the ballots and then 30 to finalize the results. But keep in mind, I mentioned we're a mail-in ballot state, fewer than 20% returned. And I want to show you this. This is the full list of the 60 candidates for governor, which includes names like former frontrunner Eric Swalwell, who dropped out of the race, but it does not include people like popular Green Party candidate Butch Ware, who's running as a write-in candidate. There's a lot of chatter also about people trying to come to LA to illegally vote for Spencer Pratt, which could complicate ballot certification there. Honestly, there are so many potential plot twists here, Major, that even with those, that 13-day deadline, who knows how long it might take.
Well, we love plot twists around here, and I know you'll be there to capture each and every one of them for us. Julie Watts, thank you very much. I want to bring in your friend in mine, CBS News Executive Director of Elections and Surveys, Anthony Salvanto. Anthony, I promised a viewer's guide. Give us one.
Okay. So, as Julie mentioned, California's primary rules is a top two contest. The top two finishers tonight, or whenever the ballots get done being counted, move on to the general election. So what you've seen in the polling up until now is this is rough order here. These candidates, Hilton, Becerra, Steyer, all getting about 20 to 25% of the vote. If that doesn't sound like a lot, it's not. That's because a lot of the Democrats especially have had what we call a fractured field. They've been splitting that Democratic vote. Now, here's your viewer's guide tonight. Julie mentioned that California counts slowly and it has by mail. So what I see in the voter file right now is out of 8.5 million expected ballots, I see right now we've got 3.6 million of them have been returned. Now, the thing here to watch is a lot of them are Republican ballots. Now, you might expect that those votes would go to Hilton or Chad Bianco. Now, Republicans are 25% of the voters in the state, but the ballots in so far are 32% Republican in our analysis. as those ballots get counted, you might expect tonight that Hilton will do okay, maybe Bianco will do okay. Those Republican ballots get counted. But Democrats, it seems like, have been hanging on to their ballots, maybe trying to make up their mind among all those Democratic candidates. So if they're just returning them now, returning them tonight, maybe later, those ballots, as they start to come in late in the night, maybe even into tomorrow, we'll see if the race shifts again. That's kind of your quick viewer's guide based on what we've already seen from the voter file, Major.
I spent a good deal of time talking about Iowa. Is there anything you're tracking in Iowa?
Yeah, well, look, Democrats want, I can't resist, Major. Democrats want Iowa to be their field of dreams this year. It's been hard, right? Now, here's the thing. You've got not only close potential for the House, but if I put up the Senate battlegrounds, we've got Iowa on that list. As you mentioned, it could be tough for Democrats, but at the same time, there's just numerically fewer voters that they have to flip there, as opposed to a much larger state like Texas. That's one of the reasons that Democrats think they might have a shot this year, and that's something to watch. You see the primary tonight, if that sets up, in fact, a competitive contest come the fall, if it can stay on that battleground list, Major.
Anthony Salvanto, thank you very much.